What up, man? What happened?
I did the accent. She's like, oh, here it comes.
Irish accent for like an hour.
What's an Irish accent?
We're playing
What up, you guys?
billiards at Dorgan's. So I put on an accent.
Oh, you were down there playing billiards at Dorgan's, I.
Yeah. I was telling her she can't shoot for shit. No.
Did you have yourself some Irish whiskey and some Guinness?
Oh, unfortunately, no, friend. I wasn't growing me red hairs today.
Everyone say what up to my sister's boyfriend, Antonio.
Hey, hey.
He's Irish
So are you
tonight.
doing that accent live?
Yes, it was, Dorgan.
We're doing a great accent live.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit. He's better than me.
Oh
Oh,
my
we both
God,
have.
it's
We come from different parts of Ireland.
I guess I've got to sort myself out.
You've got more like a Scottish kind of thing going on.
He kind of mixes and mashes himself.
What up, you guys? Welcome to the live. How you doing? Secrets of the universe. I got all the secrets of it. Hello, Gypsy Goddess, Lady B, Solo Dolo. A set of stars. I believe you're new. I don't remember you being here last time. Everyone say hello to a set of stars. She seems to be new. Royalty, Enchanted Ways. All you guys. Hello, hello, hello. Nice to meet you. See ya.
What did you say? You put a caption or something.
Oh, it's a lobby. How's it going to you as well? Oh, what? Antonio, want to close that door for me?
Yes, sir.
Pretty please. Could you close that door for me, please?
Oh, God.
All right, you guys. Wanted to fill you in with the brew that I'm doing for the super blood moon, and just here to answer any general questions on manifesting for the new year. Anything that I've learned over the years might be helpful to you guys. Let me know what's cracking. Yeah, this horse is fucking something else. Imagine coming home just dosed out on LSD and you're staring at that thing at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Hello, Naturally Blessed. Nice to see you. Weekend's going good so far. The weekend I've literally just been grinding, making all the essential oils in the world, doing video editing. I recorded a bunch of guided meditations, actually. I've got 3 of them finished and edited, and they're up on the YouTube channel as of about an hour ago, but they are still unlisted. They haven't been made real yet. So for all you guys that just came in, welcome to the squad. It's nice to see you, or experience. I'm not really seeing you, but yeah, I'm making lunar eclipse ritual essential oil blends, Blood Wolf, supermoon style. Yeah, and we're manifesting new shit for the new year. Already have your plans in motion. Already have your things in alignment. Oh, thanks, Gypsy Goddess. I appreciate that. That makes sense. Solo Dolo. Definitely LSD. Back in my LSD days, I would come back to that on the wall. Cool. So, I've been getting not too many, but enough private messages about just general questions, period. And it's a lot easier for me to do a live and answer questions than it is to type them all up in email, because I just have so much going on. So questions on Hermetic philosophy, even as much as, what do you call it? Things for the new year. People have been asking about New Year's routines. How do you be more productive? How do you create a flow? How do you create a rhythm? How do you make sure you don't lose what you've gained? How do you integrate all your knowledge from all these seemingly irrelevant things and make you a better person? All that. And to let you guys know that I did your first guided meditation, and it will be up at the end of the night. Just looking for information on changing a sigil for 3 months. I don't do sigil magic, so I'm not sure I could help you on that one. Ciao, Zero. But specific questions also help a lot better too, you guys. Manifesting into daily personal life and manifesting on a unity conscious level. Ooh, Dante Leander Lottering. First of all, it's a proper ass name. I like it a lot. Second of all, we can go over that. So here's what I want you guys to do. And ask me, give me like 2 or 3 really good questions that I could answer that you guys are all comfortable answering, that you guys could all get use out of. And I will answer those. So you guys decide amongst yourselves. Just give me something and you guys vote on your own questions. And we'll give you like, I don't know, 45, 60 seconds. And whatever seems to be the most important, according to you guys, I'll go ahead and hammer out that. Unless it's about sigils, Ciao Zero, then I can't help you. A little bit, but not too much. Willpower, Salavi Studio. Oh man, I don't know. I know quite a bit about willpower because I did the audiobook on my channel, which you guys should look at. I have information for you guys via my YouTube channel, the audiobooks, that you should. I'm glad you brought up willpower. Who brought up Salavi Studio? I'm so glad you brought up willpower. I'm going to pull something up for you guys right now, and I beg you to listen to this audiobook. I beg you to listen to this audiobook. Whether you're in the shower or you're driving to work, or just make it a point for the next 7 days to wake up in the morning or before the sun, or right when the sun's going down, to listen to this audiobook. All right, and I will post it. 1 second. It's called The Mystic Will, and it's a beautiful, really wonderful piece for you guys. It can't be one more freaking New Year's resolution. I feel you on that, Gypsy. Definitely feel you on that. Give me 1 second though. I'm getting the link for you guys. So the link I just posted, I like how it gives me a little crown. That's so cool. Man of letters, all proper with my own crown. That link I just sent is an incredibly useful tool for you guys in making your New Year's resolutions. But I can give you some tips to keep them. What's up, Tiffany? How do you manifest positive versus negative energy? So willpower has been interesting thing. Wishing you okay. So we'll talk about willpower, and then we'll talk about manifesting positive versus negative, and then we'll talk about what was the last one? Personal employment, professional. I'll give you guys some business tips if you guys are running your own businesses. Some actually really incredibly useful business tips if you guys are doing the entrepreneurial thing. Okay. So in concerns with willpower, there's something to be said about momentum when it comes to utilizing your will. Also, to be very conscious that and knowing that your willpower is an actual muscle. It is proven now that your willpower can be taxed on everything. Every decision you make, every task you choose to do, every list you create, every task you add to the list that you're creating, every single piece of that is going to tax your willpower along the way. So if you're interested, Salavi, in willpower, what I would suggest is to at first minimize the amount of things that you're trying to accomplish. Make sure that everything you are doing is really important. And this goes beyond, what you're interested in. It goes beyond what makes you happy. It goes beyond what brings you joy. You know what I mean? We can't be making decisions just off of our emotional reactions to them. We can't go chasing feelings, in other words. For example, today is Sunday, which reminds me I need to move my car so I don't get a parking ticket. Today's Sunday. I could have relaxed and taken it easy and experienced, you know, the joy of going for a walk on the beach, or the peacefulness of the sunset. I could have instigated a lot of emotions today. But what I decided to do was work. And what I was doing was I was bypassing quick gratification with a long-term thing. So when it comes to your willpower, so I don't tangent too much, if you guys want to generate and cultivate willpower, we have to understand that it's a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it is. But the more you use it, the more worn out it gets throughout the day. So one, make your list. When I say momentum and willpower, I mean every day you complete your task. Let's say you have 3 things you want to finish every day to increase the revenue of your company, or to work on personal development, or to learn some type of new spiritual technique or something. You want to meditate or whatever you want to do. Every consecutive day you complete that, you gain more momentum. And the more momentum you have, the easier it is to do. And on the flip side of that, when you break that rhythm, when you break that routine, you lose momentum, and it's that much harder for you to start up again. If you guys have any kind of routine, you've noticed that meditation routine. With me, it happens in my workout routine and my meditation routine. When I do those often, it's easier for me to do them. But when I break the pattern, it's hard for me to get back into meditating. It's hard for me to get back into weightlifting again because I ruined my momentum. So when it comes to willpower, give yourself a plan, right? Say this is, and commit to it, right? Don't be half-assed in your plan making. Don't begin it with giving your ways out, or giving yourself a backdoor to escape, or thinking that, all right, this is just another New Year's, I might not go through with it, but whatever. Like, you have to fucking commit, right? You have to tell yourself you're gonna commit, because again, if you break that chain, you're going to lose your momentum. You're going to start the negative self-talk. You're going to start, oh my God, here we go again. You're going to get caught in the same mind loops. It's just all bad news. So for the love of God, finish what you're going to do. If you plan in a break also. Say, all right, I'm not going to be a perfect person for all of 2019. Say, I'm going to be the perfect person for the first 14 days of January, and then I'm going to give myself 3 days break if I'm feeling overwhelmed. But plan it out so that you feel like you're in control all the time. You don't want to be at whim of your emotions, at whim of circumstances, at whim of whether you feel good or whether you feel bad. Willpower is about acting despite your emotions. And again, your willpower can be grown. It can be strengthened. The more you demonstrate your willpower, the better you are using it. The more often you use it consecutively, the more momentum you have, etc. So that's my tip on willpower. I got that out of a couple of psychology books that I wrote, and also out of the link that I sent you guys. That was The Mystic Will by Godfrey Jones. It's a audiobook that I made, and it covers I just spoke for 5 minutes on willpower. That book is like a 3-hour audiobook. So please, if you don't use it, you lose it. So that covers willpower. You are so manly, but you got Venusian grace in that one. Gypsy Goddess, I'm actually an Aries sun sign, but water, my moon sign is a Pisces. So that's probably the Venusian grace that you're talking about. Cool, you guys. Everyone who's joined the YouTube chat, thanks for being here. someone fill them in with, or her in with, or them in with what we've been going through so that they can be brought up to speed. Everyone say hello to everyone else. We're a nice little family here. I'm reading your guys' comments now to make sure there's more questions or anything that I didn't miss. Don't be a drifter. Yeah, don't be a drifter, you guys. Also, I might have to step out on you guys every few minutes because I'm distilling citrus fruit right now in the backyard, and I gotta keep an eye on it. So I might have to dip out on you guys. Flory, hello. Not a pick me chick, hello. Tiffany, hello. Alexis Asensio, any advice for me? I'll be starting my real estate career at 22 this 19. Alexis Asensio, yes, I have absolutely the perfect thing for you, the perfect resource for you. What's the guy's name? What's the dude? Carnegie. Carnegie from the Carnegie Art Museum, who did his interview on his 16 Laws of Success. This is for anyone in the world of business. Napoleon Hill, that was the dude's name. Napoleon Hill. Okay, here we go. Guys, I cannot stress how important this book is. It's... yeah, don't worry about narcissists. Don't worry about narcissists. Don't worry about anti-narcissists. Don't worry about the good guys. Don't worry about the bad guys. Just worry about yourself. Like I said, when it comes to creating something new, you have to grind. You have to utilize that masculine side of yourself and be laser focused and just and grind. Yeah, don't worry about the negative. Don't worry about the positive. Don't worry about either. Just worry about you and what you got to take care of. That's how shit gets done. It's 5:33 a.m. Where are you at? In England? Where is it 5 in the morning at? Sweden? Eastern Europe? France. I want Tony Robbins seminars. He said, if you grind for 1 year straight on any skill you want to accomplish, you'll be better. Yeah, and that's true. If you grind for 1 year at any skill, you will be better than most people. You will. It's South Africa, 6:30. Good morning. You guys are from all over the place. Nice to see you here. Okay. Johnny. Was there a question that I left out? Was I talking about something? And that's my cat. Johnny, you all right, buddy? Cat's on a good one constantly. It's a cat. His name's Johnny Cash. He doesn't know how to meow. He's never learned how to meow. He just makes weird noises and hopes for the best. So to answer your question with real estate, oh man, sorry, I tend to be scatterbrained on these lives, so reel me in if I get too carried away. But I posted a link right now, I'll post it again so you don't have to hunt for it, called How to Raise Your Own Salary. And when you listen to Napoleon Hill's writings, Andrew Carnegie in this case, he follows all the same principles that the spiritual world teaches. He uses the vocabulary of a businessman so that they can relate. But that's what teachers do. That's what good teachers do, is there's, I don't want to say laws, that sounds almost too official, but there's patterns in life. There's patterns of success, and they work for everything because people, because the patterns are operating off of people, off of how people's minds work, how relationships work, how, and that's it. Just relationships. Just it's in all business is interpersonal relationships, and there's patterns that can be seen and developed, and they can be used in every single area of business. So that Napoleon Hill book speaks in business terms, but he's talking hermetics. He's talking the Kabbalah, and he's talking about as above, so below. He's talking about polarity. He's talking about the law of vibration, law of attraction. He's talking about all of this stuff, just with a different vocabulary that a 1910 businessman or businesswoman would understand. So, you know, all I would, if there were one thing I would say to you running a business, or to you starting your real estate business, or anyone else in this group that has a business, is this. If you want to be successful at anything you are doing, make sure that you are always giving more than what you're being paid for. That is the golden rule of business, of relationships, of getting more money, of anything. You absolutely have to give more than what you're being paid for. If you want to make more money, if you want to grow, if you want to expand. And if you think about it, so this is one of the laws that Andrew Carnegie says, who was one of the world's first multi-billionaires from like 1906 or 1909. He explains it as this. He says, he looks at nature, which is amazing. I love how he uses nature as a reference, because again, patterns exist everywhere. He says, an animal does not evolve until it has outgrown its current circumstance. Which, if you follow biology, is brilliant, because that's what ever happens. An animal does not move on until it has filled its current space. And if you're only doing the bare minimum, you will only get the bare minimum. You will not, your reality won't feel the pressure of expanse if you're not expanding, right? Because your reality kind of fluctuates to you, to both your mind and your actions. So if you push on that reality, and you are constantly doing more than the compensation you're given, there has to be a break. Your employer, or the people, or your clients, or the people that you're working with are going, all right, this person is giving so much, I either, one, have to pay them more, or they're going to leave me, or I'm going to lose them. You have to make yourself invaluable to what you're working for, which is not easy. It requires, one, you working in something that you really enjoy, so that you can put in the extra time and be happy doing it, because again, a lot of this success comes to, are you doing something you enjoy or not? Because if you're doing something that you hate, it's going to tax you a lot faster than something you love. And even if you don't hate it, you're just meh about it, that's still the same energy. It's still meh energy. So you're either going to have to change your perception on your work, or you're going to have to change your work. This kind of thing is all very subjective to the individual cause. I don't know. But again, back to the point, the most important takeaway that I've learned in business is give more value than what you're receiving in compensation. And by some unwritten law of the universe, you will grow one way or another. Your reality, your world will be forced to grow. So I'll continue. I read Mastery by Robert Greene. I haven't read that, Ebony H. What does Daj mean? D-A-H-J. Daj. I don't know what Daj means. Yeah, Cat wants something. He probably wants to pee on something. I forgot about him. Johnny. I don't know. Cat's somewhere. In the new Spider-Man movie, there was an amazing scene where Spider-Man isn't sure if he's ready to be a hero, and his guidance was, you don't know when you'll be ready, but a leap of faith. Yes. Accounting degrees. Salavi Studio. Oh, man, that'll be super helpful to you, Salavi, your accounting degree. Cat Love, J Love. Lady B asks, the candle business is my first business. No, I've had a number of businesses before the candle business. I still am really, really into plants and horticulture and specifically soil sciences. So, I used to make something called compost tea, which is like a supercharged organic fertilizer. But I had a worm farm. I still have a worm farm, but I would take the worm castings, which is worm poop. It's the most concentrated bioactive compost in the world. And you make a tea out of it. You put oxygen in the brew, and it basically gets the life inside the soil and exponentiates it 4, 5, 6 times as much concentration of life, which is what actually makes healthy plants. You get more life in the soil feeds the plants. So my first business was making this worm tea, I called it, and going around and fertilizing people's plants. But I've had a number of hodgepodge, crackerjack businesses in the past 10 years or so. The candle one being the most successful, but the candle business is successful because of the YouTube channel. Without being able to get my products out there, it's really hard to be a business and not have a ton of money to put in marketing so that your product gets in front of people, or having a big social media following. And my following is not that big. I only have 3,200 people, but it's growing. So imagine when I get to 10, 20, 30,000. I'm hoping this can be my full-time job. YouTube, candles, distilling essential oils, making homemade full moon lunar eclipse brews for you guys, etc. I had a following on Instagram, but it's oh, that's your name, Dodge. I didn't even see that was your name. I'm like Ashira's younger brother. That's funny. So wise, business alchemist, and your cast personality like her velvet. That's cool. Yeah, maybe Ashira and I are star siblings. The link to my business, I don't do that anymore. The worm tea fertilizing business that I was running, I haven't done that in years, probably about 5 years. So it used to be called Worm Folk, and I'm not sure the website is even up anymore. Oh yeah, Gypsy Goddess, I still sell candles. My bad, I haven't been advertising them lately. Mostly because I don't like putting my business on blast. I don't it's hard for me to advertise to you guys because I don't want my channel to turn into a place for me to fucking try to get you guys to buy shit. I want to teach you things and have the products be something that sustains me and, you know, makes up for the countless hours I put into making YouTube videos is what it's for. But I'll give you the link right now. It's etsy.com/shop/man-of-letters-co. Yeah, I know Wormfolk was dope. I loved it. I had like 3 worms and they had farming hats on. It was really cool. Actually, I'll start it up again. I love growing anything, growing things and creating things and the earth and plants and everything. All right, so that link I just posted is the Sen. What up, my dude? Nice to see you, man. Welcome. Everyone say what's up to Sen. Sen's been a long time, homie. But the link I just posted has my Lucid Dreaming Spagyric, which is a product I'm super excited about. And the candles are on there as well. They're hand-poured homemade beeswax candles with essential oils of cedar and lavender. They smell and look amazing. I also lowered the prices on all the candles and the Spagyric, and they're on 40% discount. Until tomorrow night, until New Year's, there's a sale on my Etsy. So if you guys are looking to buy something, I would do it like within the next 27 hours. I'm trying to get clear as much as I can because I want to restock and buy more essential oils, and I can't do that until my old stock is cleared out. So that's why everything is so cheap at the moment. They are in the description. I put the link to my Etsy shop in every description, and I leave it as a comment. I pin a comment for my book, my Etsy shop, my Instagram. I just don't verbally advertise it, but I definitely advertise it every time. Blast that shit. Dante Leander Lottering. Thanks, man. I do appreciate that. I have a Patreon too. If you guys want to help me out on Patreon, I'll put a link on there. Actually, I have some new ideas of making money for the channel. I really appreciate you guys' concern in my money making area. That is much appreciated. Seriously though, I'll give you a. Right now I have 3 patrons making $27 a month. If you guys don't know what Patreon is, it's a place for creators to get paid monthly for just being creators. And I will send you a link to that as well if anyone's interested. And the reason why... I know I didn't, Lady B. I didn't. My marketing game was. It's a lot. This running your own business, entrepreneur life. There's a lot of shit to learn, a lot of I's to be dotted, a lot of T's to be crossed. Ooh, hire an alchemist. What do you need an alchemist for exactly? My dad might be here. I don't know. Richard Garcia, are you here? Say what up. You guys, give me 1 second. I need to check on the oils and make sure I'm not like gonna blow anything up. Cool, I'm back. What up? What it do? All right, so here's my advertising space then. These are my pyramid candles. If you notice, there's a nice yellow glow coming from this side, and that's coming from my candles. I have a heart-shaped candles now that aren't on my Etsy, but if you guys want them, just let me know. I'll send them to you. Just message me like, hey, I want the heart candles. Boom, done. Lioness, Lizzie J, what it do? We're talking about how to grow your willpower. We're talking about how to run a successful business. We're talking about the #1 rule and making more money and whatever you want to do. We're talking about Hermetic philosophy. We do it all here. Ooh, the laws from the FDA for selling elixirs. I'm selling elixirs on my Etsy, a lucid dreaming elixir. And basically you have to say, one, you have to let them know who's distributing the elixir, like your name or your company. They want to know who's distributing it. Also, you need to put a disclaimer that it's not for medical use and it's not intended to cure or treat any diseases. And I believe that's it. That's at least what I was told when I got my elixirs up and running. And Lady B, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. And horse, I know this horse is just fucking. That's a dope page, my dad here. Okay, Lady B, top 3 keys to manifesting. Whew. Top 3 keys to manifesting. Top 3 keys to manifesting. You guys ready for this? I'm about to turn the world upside down. Class review, and this is like a review class, like Lizzie, whatever you want me to call you. This is absolutely a review class is what this is. Yeah, Tiffany, you can hire, or you don't have to hire an alchemist, or you can hire an alchemist. Absolutely. you wanted to know about the FDA regulations. As far as I'm concerned, just slang that shit on Etsy and tell people it's not for medical use. It's not designed to treat anything. You also have to say that you don't guarantee results. Basically, go on vitamin bottles and read how it shows it's not like these aren't regulated by the FDA. They don't cure any diseases, etc. Just copy verbatim what the vitamin bottles say because they're under the same category. Dante Bowens, what up, my dude? Okay, where we at? Manifesting. Great, we're on it. Okay. Damn, there's so much to manifesting, but there's also so little to manifesting. The biggest thing is, all right, let me do the top 3 and I'll make them short, and then Gypsy Goddess, I'll get to your question. Yes, all is mental, Lizzie, but at the same time, that's also too vague to be used practically, which is why there's 6 other laws of the Hermetic philosophy following from all is mental. One of those things being the law of vibration, which is what I'm going to use to answer your question on the 3 biggest keys for manifesting. Now, these are my 3 biggest. Because they make the most sense to me. But the biggest thing for me is getting a thought programmed into your subconscious mind. And here's the reason. When it comes to manifesting or law of attraction, creating, it all, you know how they say it all starts in the mind, right? It all starts in the mind, but there's different levels of mind. There's the infinite mind, and then there's the finite mind, and all kinds of shit in between. Humans have a subconscious mind and a conscious mind. Your conscious mind is the one that focuses in. So if I stare at this candle flame, I can stare at it. My consciousness is pinpoint directly on the flame. But you can only stare at a flame for so long. Eventually, your conscious mind gets very bored with repetition and wants new. Your conscious mind craves new things. New. Your subconscious mind can broadcast a signal for your desires 24/7. This is how programming works, subconscious programming or mind control, whether that's good mind control or bad mind control. Because the name of the game is to control your mind. If you want, say, more willpower, you would have to program your subconscious mind to believe that it has more willpower, which means repetition. Repetition. You have to change the way you think and feel about certain things on a subconscious level. Otherwise, you're not going to focus on it long enough to make it manifest. Does that make sense? Your conscious mind your conscious mind broadcasts a very sharp signal, but it doesn't last very long. Your subconscious mind casts a weaker signal, but it's constant. So the idea is to get your needs and desires and your goals implanted as deep as you possibly can so that the signal is broadcasted 24/7. And we do that, practically speaking, with not giving our conscious minds a chance to complain. And this is where willpower comes in. You have to develop your willpower strong enough to say you want to be a better businessman. You need to read all the business books. You need to get all the business friends. You need to make all the business decisions. You need to define what a business is to you and what your business is and what you want from it. You have to literally change your world from the conversations you have to the material that you digest to the people you hang around with, because all of those things, people, conversations, decisions, thoughts, are all their own frequencies, are all their own energies. Every energy will influence its surrounding area. So if you're sitting in a pool filled with you know, the energies and vibrations that you want, you're going to be changed on a subatomic level, a subconscious level, to where you start talking, thinking, directing your life as if you were that thing. But the reason why most people fail when it comes to manifesting is because they don't understand that. They think that they can do something for a couple of weeks, a couple of months. Sometimes they think they can do things for just a couple of years, and they can be millionaires, or they can have a PhD, or they can figure out all their shadows and all their dark sides and fix all their personal problems. And like, this shit takes time. The subconscious mind is very hard to change, which is a good thing, because if our subconscious mind was as fickle as our conscious mind, we would be fucking crazy. We wouldn't have any morals, we wouldn't have standards, we wouldn't have ethics, we wouldn't be able to build skyscrapers or boats. We would be fickle constantly. But our subconscious mind is very hard to change. But once we change it, the compensation is that it'll stay that way for a very long time. So when you do master your mind, when you do reach your subconscious level to make a significant change in a positive direction in your life, you can rest assured that that positive change will be there for a really long time, because it'll take just as much energy to deprogram and reprogram it to, say, a bad habit or so. And that's the biggest thing with manifesting. You have to surround yourself day and night with the people and the literature, the movies, the magazines. You have to program yourself. You have to program yourself, and you have to do it for a fucking long time to make sure that it stays. I know that wasn't 3 different things, but I mean, manifesting is like, there's so much on it, man. There's so much. I'm going back over you guys' comments now to make sure I didn't miss anything. My computer is behind you. Gypsy Goddess, you asked, does one have to be so darn concentrated? Yes and no. When you concentrate on something, I'm not asking you to empty your mind 100% of the time. If you could do that, you would probably, I don't know, you would be Jesus or walking on water, or you would just ascend and leave your body or some shit like that. But no, it's being laser focused when you need to be laser focused. It's when you make a decision to do something, you do it. No ifs, ands, or buts. Not I'm tired, not oh I have work tomorrow after all, not oh I had to change of plans, not whatever the excuse is. And even if the excuse is reasonable, you still say no. You still stick to your guns. You still do anyways. That's the focus. That's the concentration that you need. And that doesn't have to happen 24/7. You know, there's always there's a rhythm to life, right? Sometimes you're passive, sometimes you're active, sometimes you're passive, sometimes you're active. The trick is having the knowledge of the world and of yourself to know, okay, is this a time to be focused, or is this a time to not be focused? Is this a time for action? Is this a time for inaction? Again, and that's knowledge. That's just knowledge of self. That's knowledge of the world, of people, of patterns. Yeah. Gypsy, visualizing works. Yeah, everything. Programming your mind is more than just meditating. It's every fucking move you do. It's every person you talk to. It's every book you read, every movie you watch. Every city that you decide to visit, every YouTube channel that you decide to watch, everything is going to brush up against you, right? And it's going to change your vibration just a little bit. The same way, whenever you put 2 electromagnetic fields together and their boundaries cross over each other, so you have field, anytime they cross over with each other, where they cross, the frequencies are going to mix, and they're going to want to find an equilibrium. A good example of that is hot and cold. Whenever you put cold water with hot water and you mix it, the temperature is going to mix between the two different variations of water. And that happens with conversations you had with people. If you're meeting with someone and they're of a lower vibration than you, it's going to bring yours down a little bit. It's going to bring theirs up a little bit. It's going to find a balance between the two. So it's the more things in your life that you can incorporate to match that vibration, the faster you're going to manifest. I'm seeing a lot of deleted messages in here. I'm curious what's happening out there. J-Love, my name on Instagram is Man of Letters Official. Own your power. You are gods. Listen to the Lioness Lizzie J. You guys are all powerful gods that have gotten in your own way, including myself. Bill, please tell me when you find the entrance of the underworld. Give me a video call and show me the entrance when you find it, and I will happily join you. Tiffany, yeah, that's a good way of putting it. And do I have a video on reprogramming my subconscious? Yeah, my book is on reprogramming your subconscious. Every video I make is on somehow related to reprogramming your conscious. If you go on my YouTube channel and look at the playlist I have made on the Hermetic Principles, that in detail is how to reprogram your consciousness. Lizzie. That's funny. Letting go of the past is hard. Yeah, I mean, I can't help you there. Letting go of the past is definitely a personal endeavor that we all must face on our own. At least I feel we can be guided, and we can have people tell us it's okay and show us examples of people that have done it in the past. But for our own things, you're just gonna have to slay, girl. Manifesting a box with 20 pounds of gold. Bill, holy shit. Yes. Dante, you've read up many occasions that manifesting for personal gain isn't fulfilling your purpose. Really unsure about the topic. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess Dante says, I've read up on many occasions that manifesting for personal gain isn't fulfilling your purpose. And I don't know about that, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. I would say you're better off acting with both yourself and the greater world in mind. So every decision, think, is this going to make you happy in the long run and the world happy in the long run? Because I don't believe in being a martyr or being completely, what's the word? It's like anti-egotistical. What is a word for it? Where people just give of themselves freely, constantly, until they have nothing. I don't necessarily believe in that either. Yeah, I'm not sure on that either. What do you guys think, though? I smell something. Guess, and you're concentrating on that Gandalf beard. Us first. Gypsy Goddess, I know, I smell it's not, I don't think it's coming from the oil that I smell. Maybe, let me go check again, actually. Damn it, Salavi, thanks for letting me know. I forgot to put the cap. I put more water in the distiller, but I forgot to put the cap on, so the steam was just shooting out of the side into the air instead of going through the actual system to get the oils. So I just wasted like 20 minutes of water just pouring into the air. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel too. The religious dogma, especially, I feel like the Catholic Church did that a lot, where it was like keep giving, keep. In other words, keep it to the church. The church was the one that wanted the money, right? So if the church really believed that giving was the way, was what you're supposed to do as a Catholic, they wouldn't have enough gold in the Vatican to pay for hunger 3 times over. So I'm not sure I believe in the whole we have to give constantly. Even in nature, like what in nature gives and doesn't take for itself, you know, there's a balance between giving and taking, and I believe that balance must be met. It must be met. I don't demand that anyone give me anything that they can't, you know, and I don't do it of myself usually. I mean, there are circumstances where I'll give happily more than I can, but for the most part I can't do that with every person I meet, otherwise I'll be taxed in my sins. Moses, Forrest Fenn's treasure. Bill, you sound like one of the most interesting dudes. I might have to take a trip out to Colorado and you have to show me these crazy ass things out there. Destiny Champion, you're gonna have to tell us what your 3 biggest tips for manifesting are. I would love to hear those. Lizzie, now you retracted your message. I'm so curious why you guys keep retracting messages. Give good vibrations for free. Good vibration. Okay, guys, I have a shit. Where was I? Okay, guys, cool. Any other questions for me? Any other things before I move on? Because I have a new section of my Patreon opening up. Discretion, Exodus 66, discretion is a powerful word here. I like that. You can help more by being fulfilled. That's my goal. I would like to just absolutely ball and churn the planet into just a green paradise. That's my ultimate goal. I'm somewhat of not philanthropy, but more beautification style projects. Wise words for the new year? Not really, not specifically for the new year. Keep calm and carry on. I don't know. What kind of words for the new year do you want? See, that's Destiny Champion. That's perfect. See how we were talking about earlier about how every part of your life has to reflect a certain mindset about programming. Every time you buy something, say you can pay for it. I do that with my Etsy business when I sell the candles and the dream tinctures. Is every time I spend money in that business account, I think, okay, I just spent $100 on products. It's going to make me $400. So I'm excited when I spend money because in my head, what my subconscious mind is saying is, I'm making more money by spending money. Spend $1 to make 3. Spend $1 to make 3. Eventually, $1,000 turns into $3,000. $10,000 turns on to $30,000. $100,000 turns into $300,000. And it's just baby steps with everything you do. Everything you do, it's just spend money to make money. Everything you do and say is positive, is not negative. But be smart too. Don't spend your money on dumb shit, you know. Make it easier on yourself, you know. Have I read Initiation into Hermetics? A little bit, Sean, a little bit, but it was a little too a little too much woo woo for me. I love woo woo, not that I don't like woo woo, but it was just a little too much dogma and religion and like lore mixed in with it, which I love that stuff. But I like the Kabbalion better for Hermetics because it's simple, cut and dry. It's the philosophy of the mechanics. You know, it doesn't talk about anything but simple patterns and mechanisms for life, so that which makes it very easy to apply in whatever world you're living in, whether it's, you know, sex and relationships or science or social sciences or spirituality. You can apply it to anything. So when it comes to Hermetic teachings, I tend to stay towards the philosophy side rather than the religious, spiritual side of it. Ooh, nice. Destiny Champion. That's amazing. That's really cool. We're going to have to it would be cool to get some of you guys who are running YouTube channels. If you want to jump on the channel, we could do a live, or running businesses. You can jump on the channel. We can do a live and help each other grow. You know, I'm super down for stuff like that. Gypsy Goddess, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. I don't know if you're taking off or if that's just a loving comment, but thank you too for being here. All right, Kayla Lynch, how do I practice and improve my discipline? Lists and a plan of attack. When it comes to discipline, discipline is a very masculine quality. It relies on rigidity, repetition, and focus, right? There's three very masculine, direct energies. So you're going to have to approach them with masculine tactics. You're going to have to make lists and organize your life around those disciplines. Have a plan on how to execute the discipline and how to be successful every time. And then repetition. Because the thing with discipline is everyone thinks that there's a trick for discipline, but there's no trick for discipline. Discipline is a trick for discipline. And the more you use it, the better you get at it. Discipline is kind of like will, right? How well can you execute something and follow through with it? As you said you were going to do it every single time, will and discipline, right? The more you use it, the stronger it gets. There's no trick to discipline. There's no secret to discipline other than giving yourself a good plan and sticking with it consecutively. Amanda Sheep. Nope, we're still running the live stream. And Salabi, hell yeah, I'm down to do a live. Yeah, hit me up. This week's gonna be busy. Or well, until about Wednesday I'll be busy. But if you want to do something after that, yeah, let's swing it. I'm super down for that. Bill, I like the emerald tablets too. I love the emerald tablets actually. They're too. Hello, New York, Green Life. Welcome to the live. Everyone say what up to Green Life. He's been super homies these past few days too. God, I said Times Square. All right. Okay, you guys, I have an update for you. I'm going to be adding a section to my Patreon page. 1, 2, 3? That doesn't seem right. Why does it say there's 3 people? Sorry, you guys, I'm looking at something. Tori Indigo, hit me up. I'm down to collab with y'all's. Okay, keep getting sidetracked. I started a Patreon for guided meditations. And so far, Lady of Fire, Poetry, Leah Kingbird, and Musical Moodring. I don't know if any three of you guys are in the room. You guys, they're usually not on the lives, but they support me on the Patreon, which I really appreciate. So they'll have access to the guided meditations. I'm releasing one on my channel. I already have one on there, and I've done 3 others that will be on Patreon members only. But I'm only going to do it for probably like $2 pledge for Patreons. So since I can't monetize my channel, and I certainly can't monetize guided meditations because I can't throw an ad in the middle of a guided meditation, to make money off of them, I'm going to do Patreon. So if you guys want to support the channel, I've created something that you guys can do that and actually get something back, so that I'm giving you something for it, which is a bunch of guided meditations, which are super dope. I did a Find Your Spirit guided meditation. I made a root chakra guided meditation, and a before bedtime chakra cleansing meditation, which is super nice, and a few others. So that being said, I'll post my Patreon, and I'll post it again with with the update, so you guys can see that as a whoa, what did I just do? Cool. So I haven't set it up yet. You guys are the first to know, but the guided meditations, basically, if you don't know how Patreon works, you donate a certain amount of money every month, 25 cents up to whatever the hell you want to do. And I'm going to set it for $2 a month. If you guys pitch into the Patreon, $2 a month, so less than a cup of coffee, I'll give you access to my guided meditations. I believe I only have 3 at the moment. Or 4 at the moment, but I'll be doing one about every week or so. And I will be taking recommendations. So someone asked me for root chakra, I did that. Spirit guide, I did a spirit guide. I also did a before bed chakra cleansing, and a couple others. So right now the lowest one you can do is only $5, but I need to lower that to do $2 for the guided meditation. Only I can't. No, where did it go? But yeah, shit, I feel like I'm redlining every time I do a live. I'm just like, there's no chill on lives. I can't even find where I can add more. What are you trying to watch, Amanda? How do I join? Or, I mean, if there's a $5 tier on there. I'll figure this shit out. It's really a bummer. 3 what? Destiny? Destiny Champion, that was such a good list. I'm going to have to get you one alive. Me? My 3 tips? My 3 secrets? Or your 3 secrets? Moonrise, I wouldn't stay away from all doctors. I mean, generally speaking, I feel like they do want to help you, but Western medicine will probably fuck you up just as much as whatever caused the ailment to begin with, so definitely take heed with that. Why can't I add more things on Patreon? This is crazy. Okay. All right, you guys. 2. One second. Save. Dope. All right, it's been added, you guys. Oh, yeah, you did. It was good. Thanks, Destiny. It was great. We're crazy as fuck. I think you're right. Oh, that's not a goal earnings. I wanted to post another. That didn't make any sense. God damn it.
Oh. Gosh.
I'm trying to. Whew. What up, man?
What though?
You can eat those cookies over there if you want. There's a couple left.
No, man.
Why
I grabbed one already.
are you already eating them?
Yeah, I took a bite of one already.
Nice.
Like I could have one. I was like, well, that's good because I already kind of. The other one though. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Cool. So tier price $2. Okay, you guys. For any of you interested in supporting my channel, one, thank you for even considering it, even if you don't. Two, you've already supported the channel in being here and watching the videos, so thank you already. Three, however, if you want to donate monetarily, I've made guided meditations and I will be continuing to make more. And if you go on my Patreon, which I put a link on, let me know if you need me to put another link. It's a $2 Patreon, and what that means is every month you'll chip in $2 to the Man of Letters Fund to just help the channel stay alive, because I don't actually monetize via ads my YouTube channel. So for just a measly $2 a month, less than a price of gasoline, actually, at least in Santa Barbara, for less than the price of gasoline a month, you can have access to all my guided meditations. You can donate more, of course, if you want. There's a couple of different tiers on here, but the smallest one, that link right there, will help me keep going and will give you access to guided meditations. I'll release one publicly just because I want you guys to have them regardless, and it drives traffic to the channel. But if you guys want to help and get something in return, that's one way you could do it. I really do appreciate that. The Blood Wolf spacecraft. Green Life. I'm trying to find a Stargate. I'm trying to find a Stargate. I would love to do that. My plans for the Blood Wolf spacecraft. Any meditations? So Lizzie's asking about the Blood Moon Wolf spacecraft. Super. There's so many names. You guys, it's not even a blood moon. You realize it's just a lunar eclipse. All lunar eclipses turn red because of the shadow over the moon. Calling it a blood moon doesn't have any like mystical applications. It's just they're all lunar eclipses. That being said, still down for the blood. So you guys want to do some blood rituals? Might not be a bad idea to do it. Also, Lizzie, just because you believe that the moon is a spacecraft and not real doesn't mean it doesn't have an effect on the physical world. It affects the tide. Plants produce more essential oils during a full moon and produce less on a new moon. So the moon absolutely has an effect on the water on the planet. So even though it's not, it may or may not be a real object in that it was created by nature, though man is nature, so I would argue it was still created by nature. It may be artificial in that it was created by a species, but it still has an effect on the world, so I believe that you can still do moon rituals and them have an effect. Destiny Champion, the eclipse is on the 21st of January, I believe. Means they're refueling the spacecraft. Destiny Champion. I did a whole video on blood rituals. You should check it out. It's pretty dope. Yes, Lavi, the moon absolutely affects a lot of things. Cone at South Pole. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. Cool. Partially eclipsed, January 5th. I'm brewing my own concoction of essential oil blends to go along rituals for, hold on. For the eclipse. So far, this is my citrus. You can see in the light, this is my citrus blend that I ran today of, there was limes, lemons, oranges, and 1 grapefruit. So this is my citrus blend. I have essential oil of juniper and the pine tree in this one. Isn't it beautiful? That looks incredible, doesn't it? Oh, it's just, and it smells. God, like if planet Earth had a vagina, it would smell like the inside of this bottle, and I would want to live in it for a really long time. I just bathe in its waters, just like a fountain, just like this, just letting it hit my face, all just gushing, you know what I mean? Just doing its thing all over, everywhere. That's how good it smells. Way better than the lavender that I ran, way better than the juniper or the pine that I ran. It smells so good. I'm so stoked. So I'm making a blend of citrus oils, of pine and firs and spruces, a mixture of that, and cedar will be the base. I'll have pure cedar essential oil as the base for these. So it'll be dominated by cedar, deep forests for the lunar wolf moon, with notes of citrus, notes of lavender, and notes of pine. And it will all be mixed in a blend of jojoba oil. So maybe 20 to 30% essential oil, 70 to 80% jojoba oil. And it'll be coming in jars like this, plus the fragrance water, the actual hydrosol. So it'll be 2 parts, the hydrosol mix and the essential oil mix. But yeah. Monica, how much material did I use? To get just this, a 5-liter flask. A 5-liter flask is bigger than my head by like this. Filled with orange, lemon, lime, and citrus peels, and that's all I got. So when you guys wonder why an ounce of essential oil costs $20, that's why, because you get about 2% of the plant weight in oil. It's really potent, but it takes a lot to make a little. Lizzie, what if I don't have monthly blood? Should I just like cut my finger and put it on my third eye? Slav, you know, the hydrosols of the citrus blend. Oh my God, you guys are gonna be so stoked when you smell this. It's like, oh, it's so good. Kyle 420, what up, man? I might be too dark outside to see. You semen in blood? Gangster. You guys are just gangster. I don't know if you can see out here, but I'm actually running more of the you can't see, it's too dark to see anything at the moment, but This is I'm actually running right now the citrus. Full glass of hydrosol for the citrus. Some essential oil on top of there. Some leftovers. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but this will be done in probably another 5 minutes or so. But yeah, so Mana Letters, we're pumping out all kinds of magical products these days, and I'm super stoked. The last full moon we had on Cancer, I harvested a shit ton of rosemary, so I'll probably make a prosperity oil blend with the rosemary that I harvested on the last full moon. So much cool shit we got going on, you guys. So much cool stuff. Semen and blood. I know, you gotta get the distiller. You guys want to know how successful my candle business has been going? I bought that $600 distiller with the profit of the candle business. And of course, it's just going to make me more money. And I still had profit on top of that to just grow myself. So the success is coming, you guys. Just be smart. Stay on top of your game. You'll get there. Love you too, Kyle420. I take a dream elixir. So in my Etsy shop, I also have a lucid dreaming tincture, spagyric tincture that I made, which combines essential oil with the mineral salts of the plant and the alcohol of the plant to lucid dream. And I take that. It tastes like ass, but I take it every night. I also was taking Ashira's elixir for a while, but I spilled pine oil in it, so it tastes like shit. I was running the pine oil, and I grabbed the dropper from Ashira's on accident and put it in the pine oil. And so now Ashira's elixir just tastes like pine oil, and it doesn't taste very good. Yeah. Lizzie. Oh man, that's hilarious. You gotta be careful what you say around Lioness Lizzie J, because Bossy Chocolate after I take you, Lizzie J, and it's great. Destiny Champion, that's right. You ordered the tincture already. I totally forgot about that. Destiny, how do you like? How do you feel about the taste of that Lucid Dream blend? How interesting is that? Because there's a lot of people in my world around where I live that take tinctures regularly, but take them the way they're supposed to be taken, just the herbs, not sugar and spice and everything nice like the stuff that they market. Like, they're like, oh, I'm used to taking stuff like that. It's how you know they're working. And then they try my elixir and they're like, all right, I see what you mean by that. It's definitely stronger than than most things. Yeah, I take it straight too. I feel like it works better. I've mixed it with water a couple times and it just didn't. I don't know. I mean, I swear the first time I took that elixir, I must have had 10 dreams. I only remembered a few seconds of each, but I had a countless number of dreams the first time I took it. And I took it straight too. But Rebecca Koch, I'm not sure how you pronounce your last name, but Ashira's elixirs I like a lot too. Ashira's been a homie and she sent me her elixir and I've been really enjoying it. I take that back. I haven't been enjoying it lately because I spilled the pine oil in it. So it's been tasting a little tough, but I'm sure it still works. I only take it straight now, right? It's gonna ruin anything you do. I wouldn't suggest putting the tincture or the spagyric in in anything you want to taste good. I'm on the first phase, Destiny. The process of making elixir compared to soaking herbs and alcohol. I believe they're the same thing. A tincture is when you is like an alcohol extraction. And the idea, correct me if I'm wrong, is tincture. Alcohol permeates um, the blood-brain barrier, so it gets the properties into your bloodstream faster. That's what the role of alcohol is. It's where the word spirit, you heard the word spirit, it returns to spirit, returns to essence. Fats dissolve in alcohol, and the blood-brain barrier kind of dissolves and weakens in the presence of alcohol. So alcohol has a tendency to like pull spirit, pull the essence from something, which is why they use it for plants. It kind of pulls the essence out of a plant and you use it in your body. Obviously, too much and you lose too much essence. That's why you're not supposed to drink a lot of alcohol, because it's almost like you slip out and the demons slip in, so they say. But a tincture, if you soak herbs in alcohol, as far as I'm aware, it's the same thing as a tincture. But the spagyric tincture that I make, what makes it spagyric is that you first extract the pure essential oil from the plant material. The leftover plant material, you burn it until it goes down to ash. The minerals of the plant are in the ash. So that's the vessel, the salt, the body. So you take the body of the plant, you mix it with the essential oils, which is representative of the soul of the plant. And the alcohol, the ethyl alcohol, is a plant-made substance, again, that represents spirit. So you have mind, body, and spirit of the same plant, isolated and then returned into the original form, which is a pretty wild process. I don't do it. My guy in a lab in Colorado makes it for me. I just send him all the material. All I do is extract the soul of the plant, the essential oil of the plant. So that's just a little rundown of essential oils and that. And Lizzie, menstrual every month. I have a black clay shot glass. Put the cup on top of a heat plate for ions while turning my salt lamp on for fresh air. Oh, and adding a few oils and chocolate. Nice. Damn, you guys are on some another level with that menstrual blood magic. Intense. Okay. I think. Whoa, what the hell is that? Picture style editor. Sorry guys, I'm researching. Okay. You guys gonna What's up, Bree? How's it going? Nice to see you. Thanks for the heart. Destiny Champion, I'm gonna have to bring you on the channel for all your rituals so that we can teach all the people. Because I don't do many rituals myself, and it would be nice to have someone that's super savvy with rituals to share their information on here. I would really like that, actually. The horse, what? That's the homie. That guy's been here for days. That's a digestible form. Let's find out. Difference between elixir and tincture. I was under the impression that elixir is just like a more magical, fancy way of saying tincture, but they were both synonymous. You know, I mean, there's essential oil, which is the actual oil of the plant. There's hydrosol, which is trace amounts of oil and distilled water. Tincture is an alcohol extract of a plant. That's what a tincture is. So I don't know what an elixir is in comparison to all of that. Oh, thanks, Lady of Fire Poetry. I was just talking about you in the Patreon. I have Lady of Fire. Thank you. Is again one of the people who support me on Patreon. I just started a guided meditation for the Patreon members. So remind me, Lady of Fire Poetry, to send you all the guided meditations that I just made today, so that I don't forget. Damn, Lizzie, you should definitely put semen and blood on the pyramid candle and set an intention. Light that shit on fire and report back to the rest of the squad. Man. Lizzie, how about you do me a favor? Cast that spell and get Mana Letters to grow to 50,000 subscribers by the end of February. And let's see if your semen blood pyramid candle ritual works. Slavi, did Slavi say something? Fire. All right, you guys. I might have to go because my distilling is done, and it takes me a little while to put everything away. Oh no. Sorry. Almost had a distiller malfunction. But I still could have ran it. There was a lot more oil left in there. By the way, you guys who are talking to each other in this live, you should exchange emails and stuff, because you should definitely stay in touch outside of my lives, because we're a fam here. And birds flock together, stick together. How does that bird saying go? Or something like that. Bree, all the hearts. I would give you a heart, but I'm here right now. Lizzie, the candles that I make on my Etsy are beeswax candles, and they have essential oils of lavender and cedar, and I made them for lucid dreaming and bedtime because cedar is very grounding and lavender relaxes the nervous system so that you can go deeper into sleep. But she just uses them as sex candles. So I guess the candles that I make can be used for whatever the hell you want. All is mind, as they say, right? So my website is this. That's my Etsy, my website. And again, everything is on sale right now for cheap as hell. So if you want to buy candles, do it before the strike of midnight tomorrow. Unless you're in New Zealand, then maybe, I don't know how that ends because it's midnight sooner for you. So I'm not sure if the sale ends sooner for you. That's mad weird, but. Bill, tell Togo I say happy birthday. It wakes the dead. 19 what in Exodus? Nexidus, movement of Japipa. Nexidus, movement of Japipa. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? I wanna put some Bob Marley in the background, but as soon as I do that, they're gonna be like, your video has been flagged for copyright issues. But you wanna know what I think about your copyright issues, YouTube? Dread, pinky dread. I and I are the rules. Alchemists make Ashira's elixir. Well, yeah, Ashira's elixir contains gold, right? And silver. And usually when people have gold and silver in their products, elixirs and stuff, it's monoatomic gold and monoatomic elixir. And you don't have to necessarily be an alchemist to make them. You just have to know steps 1 through whatever they are. And it involves running electricity through the silver or through the gold, which releases ions of the gold and silver. And what ions are positively or negatively charged particles. So I'm not sure what the charge is on gold, but essentially because it's positive or because it's negative, it wants to attach to something that's not balanced. That's what ions do. They want to complete themselves. They want to find their mate. So in theory, the gold nanoparticles, the colloidal gold and silver, are supposed to attach to certain parts of your brain to enhance brain function and electrical impulses, because remember, our body is electrical and we're firing electrical signals to communicate with ourselves. So that's what Ashira is doing. So you don't have to be, again, an alchemist to make anything. You don't have to be an alchemist to do shit, right? I'm like, just because I'm brewing essential oils in my backyard doesn't make me an alchemist. You know, I call myself an alchemist because it's fun and like alchemist of the mind, but it's not like there's no certificate of alchemy or something. Like, as far as I know, there might be some secret, or there probably is a secret society of alchemists, but when it comes to this cool stuff, crafting your own magical items and tools, it's fucking 2019, you guys. Every piece of information is online. All the equipment you need is online, and it's pretty cheap now. You can make essential oils, you can make colloidal silver, you can make ormus, you can make candles, you can make whatever the hell you want just by fucking some research and some will. So if you guys want to create shit, create it. You know, you guys are gods in your own right, as any of the gods that are written about in history. You might not be as good at doing the godlike things as other people, but training is all it takes. And if not this lifetime, maybe the next, who knows? Dread, pinky dread. I and I are the roots. You put the semen and blood on the candle already? Gangster. So are you getting Man of Letters to 50,000 subscribers? Is that what you're doing? What's the time period? End of January or end of February? We're gonna use your semen blood candle to grow the channel. Ooh, yeah, Salabi, I like your style. Even all your wool and your alpaca and that stuff's all super cool. I love crafting. Whoa, Bill, you're on another level, man. I the rules. Shoo-be-doo. Shoo-be-doo. Oh, man. All right. I think that's it. You guys have anything important that you want to say? I kind of have to wrap up my distiller. It's going to take me about half an hour to get everything put away. I think I've gone over everything I needed to go over. If you guys could help me out any way you can, that'd be dope. Share my stuff in forums. If you guys are on Facebook and you're in cool Facebook groups, feel free to share my videos and content there. Like, that shit helps me a lot. My Etsy candles are up. My Patreon is up if you guys want guided meditations read by yours truly and my nice meditation voice. We can do that. Other than that, that's it. Well, go on. We all done or what? It's not crazy electricity, Rebecca. Just, it's on YouTube. Like, Fuck, we can look it up together right now. Let's look for how to make colloidal silver on YouTube. It's literally a battery. You get the electricity from a battery in some cases. Wrap some wire around the positive, wrap some wire around the negative, attach it to two sides of a piece of silver or gold, and then boom, you have shit working. See the first video, poor man's colloidal silver. Colloidal silver, do it yourself. Colloidal silver, what they don't tell you and what you need to know. It's not easy. It's probably, realistically, it's easier to buy this shit, which is why people do it. It's easier to, like, you know, just buy some of these things, because the time and the learning, unless you like to make shit and you're creative, then by all means make it, because it's within your power. But just takes time, like most things, just takes time. Aya and Aya are the roots. Dread Pinky. Aya and Aya are the roots. Who needs alchemists? I don't know, I guess not. What up, Musical Mood Ring? Musical Mood Ring is another supporter on Patreon. Everyone say hi to Musical Mood Ring. She's been holding it down for me for a few months now, and I really do appreciate that. Dread Pinky. Just swallow a silver coin? Bill, it doesn't work that way. Your body is not... Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it might. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. Enjoyed you too, Nexus66. Check out the channel. Let me know what you guys think. Suggestions. Got some cool video ideas coming out. Like a video on astrology and how it plays in with free will. Lizzie, you actually gave me the idea for this. I think I figured out how both free will can exist with fate, like a predetermined destiny, and how astrology plays into that. It's a really cool concept. It allows both free will and destiny to exist at the same time. Touches on all of our favorite topics, too. It's gonna be good. This is my jam. Yeah. I'll give you guys the breakdown. You heard it here first. Okay. You have fate, which says predetermined destiny. This is the people who say we have a plan before we came here and we need to remember it. There's fate. You have free will, which says we are free to make our own choices and our own decisions. Strictly because we decide to make them. What we do makes a difference. It matters. And astrology, which says that we're guided by the stars. Now, some people don't believe in astrology because they think that, like Lizzie, for example, Lioness Lizzie, I asked her earlier, this is where I got the thought from. She says she doesn't buy into astrology too much because she believes that we are gods and all is mental and she can do her own thing. I believe that. But I was just thinking, hypothetically speaking, what if astrology just shows us the plan that we came here with? Or it shows us who we are closest to home. We still have the decision to do whatever we want. But what if whenever we make a decision that acts out of alignment of our true selves, it creates a sort of disharmony. We lose synchronization with reality. Um, and a map for knowing what path we should take is our stars. I'm not saying this is how it is. I'm saying, what if that's how it works? What if the stars are saying, yeah, you can do whatever you want. You can be this type of person. You can have these types of characteristics. But truest to home are where you came through the stars, because I do believe that the heavens reflect the earth. I do believe that the earth reflects the heavens, as above, so below type of idea. With that being said, it would make perfect sense that the stars can influence who we are as people. I mean, the moon influences us, scientifically proven that the moon influences us. Physically, literally influences our emotions, and our emotions can dictate our behaviors. And if the moon is dictating our behavior, then who's to say that's not astrology 101? Science has proved it. So who's to say that in some other subtle sense that the Aries constellation, the Pisces constellation, the Aquarius constellation isn't also influencing, although very subtle ways, other parts of our psyche? And since we came into this planet with a certain alignment of stars, there was a certain type of energy that was blasting your location at that point in time. It kind of burned it into your body. It was like, these are your special powers because you came into the world while this was happening. So again, you don't have to follow your sign. Though if you are, I would suggest doing a full natal chart, not just your sun sign, but your rising, your moon, your Venus, the whole thing. It can be I'm not saying this is how it works, you guys. I'm saying, what if? It just seems like it would make sense that way. That way, again, free will exists and that you can do whatever you want. However, the more you act out of alignment of your true self, like the less synchronicities you have, the harder life is, the more unnecessary noise you end up running into. And astrology helps us determine our path, our strengths and our weaknesses and such. Just a hypothesis I'm working on for shits and giggles. I'm probably going to make a video on that, but make it a little more official, man of letter style. Catriona Gray, big fan. Hi, how's it going? Potential different energies and archetypes that we need to encounter in our mind. That could be that is part of it, I believe. Slavia, absolutely. The moon of religion and astrology was given to That's fair, yeah. I mean, I would say, yeah, Lizzie, but I did my natal chart and I was so blown away on how accurate the natal chart was for me. And I wasn't a believer in astrology. I was like, the fuck out of here with it. I'm still not 100% sold, right? I believe that there's too many coincidences in my own life for there to not be something. I don't know, man. There's a lot of shit that's lined up in it. You know what I mean? Happy New Year, Kationa. Yeah, here's where I'll compromise with you, Lizzie. The moon is needed for tides, for seasonal cycles, for plant cycles, for all kinds of shit. You take away the moon, the world goes into chaos. So just because the moon isn't real doesn't mean it's bad. It could be put here because someone wanted there to be life on Earth and it needed a moon to control the seasons. So they were like, dope, we'll throw in this moon, we have life on Earth. Doesn't mean it's here to control us, but I'll admit it could be fake. I don't know. Religion, there's nothing inherently wrong with religion. There's nothing inherently wrong with fake, with astrology. It's humans taking a hint of truth and using it to manipulate the masses where thing goes wrong. Because the best lies, as they say, come with the hint of truth. So they take something like Jesus, who's all about free love and complete acceptance and complete forgiveness, and they make a religion around it. And then they use that to control people. I believe you, but religion in and of itself isn't bad. It's people who are idiots and ignorant and not intelligent to make their own decisions, smart enough to make their own decisions. And that's just how I feel about the topic, though. Who am I to speak? You know what I mean? Who? Right, Alicia. I see. That's been my response. I don't know. They could be using astrology to control us. But if they are using astrology to control us, that tells me hands down that there's some truth in astrology, because they only use things with some truth in it to control the masses, because it's easier that way. You give people just enough for them to bite onto, just enough truth to get them on board, but no more than that. And then the manipulation happens. So who knows? Astrology could be used to manipulate. Religion for sure is used to manipulate. And the moon is for sure used to manipulate. But is it good or is it bad? Is it bad that the moon controls the tides and controls the ebb and flow of ecological systems? I don't know. I would hate to see the moon gone, though. I know that for sure. I have no idea what that would say for the planet. Yeah, that's it, though, yo. I'm out of here. I'm tired as fuck. Noah lived 900 moons. That doesn't seem very long. It's just 900 days, right? 900 full moons? So 900 months? That's a long-ass time. Yeah, Bill, the rich did eat with real silverware. Musical moodering. I'm glad you love the candles. I'm stoked you love the candles. It makes me happy. And Rebecca Koch, yeah, check out the meditations, but the bulk of my guided meditations will be on my Patreon. So you have to join the Patreon to get the guided meditations. Lucky enough for you guys, the Patreon is only $2 for the guided meditations, which is less than a gallon of gas a month, so that you guys can support the channel and hear some really cool guided meditations, like how to find your spirit guide, chakra cleansing before bed, and something else. But yeah. Cool. Well, that case, good luck making your homemade colloidal silvers. Crazy about it. And I'll see you guys. Be safe tomorrow if you guys are going out. Thank you. The oil is going to be bomb. Thank you for all the love. It's going to have all the magic and all the magic of Man of Letters in it. 110. So, good night, you guys. Take it easy, Bill. Stay up. Good luck on the path. Good luck on the hunt.
have to choose some field in which you operate at your best capacity and which will then serve as an influence to deter all these other things that, that you're worrying about. So I figured, like, if I take the music as best I can with my truest belief, then all these other things will be affected as I desire them to be affected, as much as I can affect.
You guys are still in here? What are you guys still doing here? I see you too, Bill. Sneaky ass Bill. You guys are... No, I didn't leave. You guys keep doing your thing. I'm just cleaning up my oils in the back. All right, you crazy cats. I'm done breaking down the distillery. You guys have a good night. And I'll see you in the next couple of days. And if you guys want to keep jamming to what I'm listening to, have fun.